Well, g'day tubes, how's she going? So I purchased the cheapest Chinese diesel heater from Scamazon that I could find, and I'll give you some specs on it here before we open the box. And it's something I've been kind of looking at for a little while, just, you know, because they're pretty damn cheap, and I guess it'll work. I don't know. I don't really know a whole lot about them other than they're really cheap and they burn diesel fairly efficiently for heating up something. So I was kind of thinking it might be a good thing maybe for even in here kind of thing, just to keep a bit of heat in here kind of all the time, rather than using the propane, which is probably more expensive and more of a nuisance, honestly, to get that big tank filled up all the time. It's not fun because I gotta haul that out, put it on my trailer, strap it on my trailer, take it down to the hardware store down here that refills those tanks, and then get them to fill it, and it's super heavy, and you gotta roll it back onto the trailer and drag it up onto the trailer and then strap it down so it doesn't tip over, and bring it all the way back here, and then roll it back in here and hook everything back up where, you know, this hopefully puts out enough heat that it'll maybe keep this place even 10-15 degrees. I don't know. You gotta put some kind of vent though somewhere for these, and I don't know how hot the exhaust temperature is going to get. We'll find out when we fire it up here. And apparently these things run on 12 volt, so that's kind of interesting. But I'll give you a few specs here on it and whatever the Chinesium name is of it. I don't know. There's 100 different ones on there, but it's interesting. Something must have swiped right across there. Looks like Freddy Krueger did that. Right, but anyways, let me pull up the thing where I bought it from here on Amazon, or Scamazon, sometimes they call themselves too, and we'll have a look at the specs on it. Okay, so if this is the one that's in the box, it kind of looks something like that, like a little plasma cutter welder almost kind of thing. So this is a Max Peeting Rods. That's what it says. MAXPEEDINGRODS. Max Speeding Rods. That's how I take it. And 5 kilowatt. I don't understand how they're measuring that. 5 kilowatt. You could have gotten an 8 kilowatt, but I was doing some research and they're like, it doesn't put any more heat than the 5 kilowatt. So I just went with the cheaper 5 kilowatt. 12 volt diesel heater, all-in-one LED switch and remote control portable air heater for car, boat, caravan, SUV, or trucks. So I thought that was kind of interesting. I guess you'd put it outside and put your thing inside. I guess the whole unit inside your car somewhere, and then run somehow the exhaust out. I don't know how you use that. $169 Canadian anyways. So I thought that was fairly cheap. What do we got for specs here now? Heating capacity 1 to 5 kilowatt hour adjustable. Operating consumption 12 volt 3.5 amps. Starting consumption is 12 volt 15 amp. Ooh, that's quite a bit to start up. Wow. Fuel supply is diesel only. Fuel consumption 0.16 to 0.48 liters per hour. That's not bad, really. Hot air outlet diameter is 3 inches, 2.99 inch. Working temperature is from -40 to +40. I don't think you'd want heat on it was +40, but okay. Remote control range is 98 feet, precisely. Display is an LCD. Fuel tank capacity 5 liters. So, I guess if you had that thing honking, it would use about half a liter an hour. So, half 1, half 2, half 3, half 4, half 5. So it should go 10 hours on a tank. Should. I guess if you hooked up some kind of bigger external tank of some sort, you could maybe even just pipe it into there and go longer. But I don't know if we'll go that far or not. But detachable. See, this would be best to have like natural gas run out here, but that does cost a fortune to have that run out. That would run off of natural gas, and then you just turn it on, leave it on, kind of thing, right? So I'm not really in here all the time, so I just kind of turn the propane on when I kind of need it. But so it's got a durable aluminum body. The fuel pump has high level of accuracy and sensitivity. Has stronger suction to ensure the stability of fuel feeding. Guess we'll see. The combustion chamber and base are made of aluminum, which makes the heat dissipate heat fast and uniformly. Advanced protection mechanism against overheating. Now the other thing too, it comes with a little exhaust hosey kind of thing, metal. I think it's a stainless steel hose. It's probably not very long though, so you'd probably have to put it like right on the edge of my door here kind of thing, and then run it kind of right out somewhere through there. If I do it that way, I don't know. I don't really want to be having it somewhere I'm going to be kicking it though, right? But I got to also see how hot this temperature is going to be, because you might have to put like some kind of metal pipe through the wall first and then run this little pipe through it, so it has a little bit of a baffle and a heat dispersion thing, so it doesn't like burn your wall down. But here I've got all this vinyl siding all around here too, right? So that kind of sucks for trying to keep that from melting too, right? So I'm gonna have to figure something out here. Maybe it comes with something in the box for that part of it. I don't know. So feature and details. Energy efficient. The interior heats up rapidly once the heater is in operation, using an average of 0.16 to 0.5 liters of diesel and 36 watts of power per hour, which is ideal for long heating periods. Comfort and warm. The air heater has an output of up to 17,000 BTU. That's what I was looking for. Now this one here is 80,000, I think this one was. Nope, 50,000. This heater we use here is a 50,000. And then they have one small that is a 30,000. So this is a 5080. It's got another couple of tubes in it. It's probably 3, 4, maybe 5 inches taller than this one. So, and the propane heater that I'm referring to. So 17,000 BTU, capable of meeting different heating requirements. In addition, the quiet operation ensures a restful night's sleep. Well, we'll see about that. See how quiet it is. Safety equipment safety. Equipped with shutdown mechanisms to prevent overheating and hazards. The heating is thermostatically controlled, and the combustion chamber is completely sealed. With the exhaust is externally vented, safe to operate while sleeping. Easy to operate. The remote control and LCD monitor provides fast and intuitive operation, allowing preheating and remote temperature adjustment. The timer function lets you set and start and shut down time, useful for unoccupied vehicles. Used anywhere. The heater is, I guess you got power. You have to have power for it. The heater is an all an iron casting. The heater is all in an iron casting. Okay, I read that wrong. Allowing for ease of installation. So that's good. That's kind of neat, actually. Maybe that's why it's fairly heavy-ish. Installation, use and movement. The compact structure can save space and perfectly suited for vehicles, outdoor camping, and greenhouse, etc. As long as you have a battery. Item weight is 9.82 kilograms, or sit on there 25.1 pounds. So heat radiant, yeah, there's the weight. I think that's really about all the specs. Okay. Well, let's crack her open and have a look. All right, what do we got here? Get this guy opened up. There's many different versions of these things, and I don't know if they're all made in the same factory or whatever, but there's definitely different sizes and shapes. And oh, that's a big box for this little thing, that's for sure. Must be all the box they had that was wide enough for it. Wow, it's a big box. Yeah, there's the Chinese label on it right there. So let's get this out of here first. We'll move this box out of the way. Giant box. So I can't read Chinese, but it went to 5351 Steeles Avenue, East Scarborough, Ontario, wherever that is. There's probably a warehouse thing or something down there for this kind of stuff. From Using Village. YUEXING Village. Yeah, I don't understand their addresses over there either, so, but hopefully this is decent enough that it's not going to burn the joint down too, right? That's the next thing. If it burns down, it's like, well, it's not our problem, right? They'll have no responsibility if something happens, I wouldn't think. All right, what do we got here? Can you guys see? All right, too bad to keep these flaps down. It looks like we got a vent thing, yeah, this little vent thing. It's adjustable, that's cool, okay. We got a nice book that's parking air heater, really? I wonder how English this is. They got different types of ones, so that's the one we got there kind of thing. Exhaust pipe, 600 millimeters. Yeah, you can get extensions though, so if you wanted to run it in a little further somewhere, you could get an extension and then run it out. But this whole thing's going to get hot because it's like a stainless steel tube, right? Caution, turn off heater before refueling. Well, yeah. Technical parameters. This is actually, so far, fairly good English, surprisingly. Some exploded views. I guess this is the blower heater motor thingy here. I don't know how long this thing will last for. Probably not for any length of time, I wouldn't think. Installation orientation. I think this is covering two models here. High temperature. When the heater is running on the surface, exhaust pipe to reach high temperature. Ensure that the pipe is installed far away from plastic components and other objects with poor terminal resistance on the vehicle body. Okay. Yeah, this is 12 volt. I think you actually have to hook it right up to a battery. 12 volt car battery or something. I got some sitting down here, juiced up, ready to go. Okay, well, let's get her out and have a look at her first. Yeah, we're into a different language there now, so okay. We'll put this up on the table here. And I hate trying to get these things out of here, out of these boxes. Give me a sec, I'll pull it out here. Okay, there's a box of tricks there too. Where on earth was that? Huh. Box tricks. Styrofoams. It looks like a little welder or something, isn't it? Oh, plasma cutter. Definitely not the same price though. I think they really overcharge for plasma cutters and stuff anyways, really. Okay, well there she is. Max Peeing Grow Rods. Max Peeing Rods. There's you put your fuel in. Now let's take this off first and give this a smell. See if they actually had something in here to test. It looks pretty clean, although like doesn't smell bad, although it looks kind of like there was something in the bottom at one time. The tank's pretty big. It goes right to the end here, it looks like. And you got little sight glasses there to see where your level's at. I've got the dyed diesel, so that's even better. Alright. So I guess your heater's up here, comes out the front here. And this guy you put on here, I would presume. How does that fit on when it's the same size? Okay, that's interesting. It's the same size here, it isn't there. It doesn't lock on or anything funny or... Well, let's open these sides here too and have a look in here. So far it looks pretty well made. Like they actually took a little bit of pride in something that they make. tank really isn't strapped down though, which is kind of weird. It's just kind of sitting there. Not really too sure if I like that idea a whole lot. The rest of it's pretty floppy though. And there's a little fuel pump. Looks like back in here, a little wee fuel pump. And that, just make sure none of the lines are kinked. It looks all good. And it's kind of weird how that's super cheesy spot welded together, these little panels, but not really much to see in there other than the burner in there, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna put this back on, I guess. Vent hole there, I guess. Kind of chintzy. What do you expect for 200 and whatever it was I paid? Wasn't very much. It's backwards. Give me a problem. All right, that stiffens her up a bit with that locked on, anyways. Still don't know what the idea is with that, but so there's our little fuse, and we got some little terminals on there. That's good. And actually, some pretty good wire loomy stuff. Now, somewhere, oh, there it is under there. Maybe I should be able to put this down here. That's the vents and stuff coming up here. I guess there's a little bit of a kink in this hose. Not really sure where that one's going to, but there's a little bit of a kink there. That's probably not too good. I'll have to look and see, maybe take that cover off again and see where that's going. And then we got the little box of tricks here. Should be our little vent hose and stuff. Oh, they didn't give me gloves? No way. Nice. Huh. Max peeing rods. Since 2006. Huh, little gloves, that's neat. Fueling maybe. And then we got, this is supposed to be stainless. I don't know how that's supposed to fit on there either. That's interesting. Stainless, and I don't think it expands, but it will kind of. And where do you run? I guess you run this out the front here or something. It's going to be a tight fit for that, but then again, I don't know. Doesn't seem like that fits on there too well, so I have to read the manual on that one. And then it looks like we get ooh, some more stuff. That sort of fits a little better. And there's a little exhaust muffler thing apparently for these things. Just quietens it down maybe a bit more. And there's, I don't know what that is either. It's some kind of filter thing. Doesn't look like it goes on there either, but maybe that goes on the end of this guy here. But still, again, that doesn't look like that fits on there. That's interesting. This looks like it's got some kind of tape, maybe, to protect the end. I presume that's got to come off. Let's grab the book here again and just see what they tell us. It's funny, they don't really go over exhaust silencer. Get back here. Technical parameters, heating, structure, work principle. I don't know why they keep showing this thing, because that looks like this other little guy, and that's not the one we got right here, so it's a little bit confusing until we get this figured out here. See, now we're into a different language here now. Installation. Like that was one of the things, was the instructions weren't the greatest. Well, I'm going to kind of agree with that, but I think I got to get this crap off of here. Somehow, because that's definitely not fitting on either one of these. Not a bit. I don't know how you get that on there. Let's try this end. Some kind of weird Asian tape. Ooh, that's not going to fit on there at all. What the heck? How do you expect people to get that on there? And which one's which? I don't know yet. What is that little green? Okay, let's put this aside for now. I might have to go figure that out on my own there. That should fit on... should fit on there. It wasn't crimped and wrecked looking, it might have. I don't think I'd probably use this, but yeah, that fits on there pretty good. Okay, that's pretty straightforward. But I gotta see where this little green hose was going here. Take that cap off, maybe. Okay, so that little green hose is the one that's going to be feeding us the fuel. So that's not a good setup to start with. It's coming right out of the fuel pump there. It's all crimped over like that. I don't really like that setup too much. Should have a 90 on that. I think that's feeding right into the burner. Okay, I'm not crazy on where they really ran this either. Get ourselves a little more. It's got a pretty good bend there. You could almost shorten that a little bit. Maybe I will. Get her off. I'm just going to cut off that bend. Ooh, we can use our multi-tool with the scissors. Just try to get rid of that bend. And that's better. If it stays, if not, well, I guess I'll have to, because that wouldn't flow too well. Probably have to get another piece of line on that. It kind of looks like it's a standard size. And that should be good for the layer now. Okay. That stays there. Okay, I think that's solved. But still have a couple of issues here. One being that thing. This does not look like it's going to mount into there, right? Because it's like the exact same size as this piece, so I have no clue why they send that. And I couldn't see them expecting it to bend that. Oh. I couldn't see them expecting it to bend that to make that work. I don't know if you can see that, but it's like exactly the same size as this thing. So maybe that's supposed to, I don't know. Maybe it's supposed to go on the other end of this thing. Kind of thing like this. Yeah, maybe that's where it's supposed to go. No, it's a bit snug for there too, though. I think that's where it's supposed to go. And this guy would straighten out and go on here, maybe. They don't give you a whole lot of lip to hold on to, but I don't think I'm even probably going to use that. This is our other dilemma right here, is how the heck I don't know which one's the out too. I would assume it's this one. Now we have this bigger stuff, but this wouldn't be, I don't think that's right for there. You'd want, one of these actually might be for air inlet. Yeah, that's probably what this is for. They're both the same size. I'm gonna have to fire it up and I guess see which one's which, because they of course don't label nothing. There's nothing in the book. This I think is supposed to go out. There's no hole back in there. But I think that's supposed to go on there, because they do give us a few little clamps here too, and some hardware. I think that's supposed to be for your air in. But boy, you wouldn't think, I guess that would be the air in. I'm assuming. But they don't even give you a picture of this thing set up. That would really help. Let me read her here again. See if we can get this figured out. Yeah, it looks like I got this right, because you wouldn't put the hot exhaust right next to this guy. So this is the air inlet. And this other one is the exhaust. Just by looking at the expandable diagram here. But I still don't know how, without enlarging this thing, how they expect you to get this on here. Oh, there she goes. Never mind. I'm bad. I fixed. Except that seems weird, because now where does this thing supposed to go? You're just supposed to bend it, I guess. Oh, I don't know if I like that too much. It's kind of chintzy, but it's definitely strong stuff, I must say. Guess that'll work. Okay. And this we can just probably go right up here. I'm not going to clamp anything down for right now, because that's on there fairly good. Okay. I think we might have got her mostly figured out. Except that doesn't look right like that though, does it? It's actually not even sitting down right. Not too sure else where you'd run it. Like, you wouldn't run this, I don't think, this way. Guess you could, and this one we could. I don't really like crossing that over like that, though. That doesn't seem right, does it? We could run down into there, maybe. It's not gonna quite fit there, but I don't think I'm gonna worry about that intake one, to be honest. It seems kind of close there for that. Still not right. Oh man. Still not really crazy with that because that's going to heat up like everything. Nice if I could get like a 90 there, but I'll have to figure that out. Maybe hook up a better pipe or something. But let's grab a battery anyways, and we'll try hooking this fella up. So for temporary sakes, I'm just going to kind of hook them up like this, and just to give us a little quick test fire before we actually, you know, mount it somewhere. If I feel like it's going to be safe enough. I don't know. I might just end up keep using my propane. What the heck, bud? So they give us lots of line too, which is kind of nice. And let's flip this guy around. So this you could run outside, I guess, too, and then run that hose through your wall. Leave this thing right outside. And so we'll hook up a positive here. Hook on a negative. This thing should come to life. Yeah. It's doing something there. I'm gonna wait till my other heater shuts. Oh, that shut off for some reason.
Start heating. Stop heating.
It even talks to you. That's cool.
Thanks for using. I wish you a safe journey. Start heating. Stop heating.
Okay, got to put a bit of fuel in it too, I guess, here.
Thanks for using. I wish you a safe journey.
That's kind of funny that it actually talks. Oh. We got a jug of fuel here. Give me a second. I'll throw a bit of this in here. And try to fire it up here and see how hot that tube gets. If it even works to begin with. I have my doubts. Oh, we got gloves. We should use the Max peeing gloves. Max peeing rods. I'm sure the diesel fuel will probably just burn right through this stuff, but you never know. You never know. Also got a funnel that might make it a little bit easier. Spray that stuff out so it doesn't drip all over me. And as soon as that furnace shuts off, I'll turn it off so we can hear this thing going. And let's see if the tank leaks or not. At least I know it won't be too hard to get the fuel back out with that tank loose in there like that. Put a fair bit in, I guess. That should be good. Oh, okay. Darn cans are so heavy, or maybe I'm just getting old. All right. half a tank there maybe. Okay, that's off. I'm gonna shut this off up here. And probably won't leave it running too long because of the carbon monoxides, right? But I guess you could mount this outside somewhere too, and be easier to fill it up out there and then just run the heat pipe in. But okay, let's see here now. We'll turn this to on.
Start heating.
Oh, it turned on. It's the maximum temperature. I'm not sure if it's sucking fuel though. There's no hot air coming out yet. Kind of smells like it's burning fuel here. It's not hot at all though, so. It's not hot there either yet, though, either. Well, let me get you down a little lower here. Oh, we gotta turn the temperature there up. Oh, there she goes. Sure what it's doing, but trying to get fuel pumped up, I guess. Pop the cover off here again. Sort of pulsing fuel through. Kind of a weird fuel pump though, I must say. Kind of smells like it's burning fuel. It's not hot there at all though. Oh, we might have ignition now. Not really pumping fuel too well though. Well, it's hot there now coming out the tailpipe. Not too hot there yet though. Yeah, it's getting pretty warm. Probably should have it up on something just to get the thing off the table. What have I got to put it on now? A little bit of warm coming out there now. Yeah, that pipe's getting pretty warm. Okay. Good to know. Got anything to put it on. More heat coming out the back, I think, than the front, though. Haven't got any carbon monoxide warnings here yet, so that's good. Got a couple of chunks of wood. there now. That's all right. To be honest, that's not bad. He's blowing a lot of heat out the back, though. You can really try to harness a bit more of that heat, but I wish I had some wood just to put it up on off the table a bit. Let me see if I can find something. Yeah, it was starting to burn my table a bit there. Yeah, that's not too bad though. I just gotta watch the carbon monoxide. And there's a lot of heat. A lot of heat going out the back side here, which probably isn't great. It's not super efficient, but it's starting to melt the tape off there. But you could probably, well, you'd have to fill it, but I say you could hang this too. Run the pipe out the wall. I don't think I got a temp gun here. A messy old toolbox. I got one inside, but just to kind of see what temp that thing was putting out here. That's pretty hot. It's pretty darn hot, actually. Well, that's not too bad. You could almost run like a piece of this further along or something like that, and then it would radiate heat too, right? That's blowing pretty good air though. I'm kind of surprised. Should be the temperature, I think they're starting to slow down now, yeah. I think the pump's slowing down. Back up to 8. And then there's a temperature control in here too, though, which is interesting. Nice. And we got no carbon monoxide going on here yet. Well, that's good. That's definitely heating up that pipe pretty good. Let's see here. Puts out a bit of heat, that's for sure. Even there's a lot of heat coming out of there. That's kind of getting wasted. That's too bad. Not too bad though. I might just go inside for a bit. I'm not out here. We're 0 right now. Maybe I'll leave it running for a little bit here. I've got 6:33 right now. Maybe I'll come out at 7 and see if it's snuffed itself out from the carbon monoxide or not. Better not melt my tripod. And we'll see kind of what temperature it maybe keeps it in here. Now, of course, we're getting extra heat from the exhaust, which isn't probably a good thing. Right now, we're sitting at about 64 or 17. 64 or 17. I'm going to write that down here so I don't forget. 64, 17C. See if she doesn't burn the joint down. I don't think that's too close to that wood there. I wish I had a plate though to put it on. The metal plate. Ooh, I do have, well, maybe we'll just move this out a bit. It's kind of a stupid place to exhaust that, I gotta say. Exactly the best idea, but I guess it works. But that's pretty good heat though. Geez, what else have I got to put under there that would make it a little safer while I'm not out here? We do have a metal bar there. I could sit on that. Let me switch that over maybe. Yeah, that shouldn't be too bad. Sitting on that metal there, I don't think it's going to heat that up. And it's all kind of covered here. I don't know if that's the best place to be exhausting that thing, but heat though. I'll bring out my heat gun too, maybe. I just don't have one out here, so I don't got any carbon monoxide yet. Nothing yet. It's surprising, still 0. And we're almost up to about 18 degrees now. It's warmed up, or 18 or 68, 67 degrees. It's pretty good, but this is kind of not helping when it's blowing that hot out too. But anyway, sweet. Well, it is a little bit exhausty in here. Let's check the. It's not reading any carbon monoxide yet, so that's good. 0 on that thing. And we're up to 22 degrees, or about 70.5 degrees Fahrenheit, so that's pretty good. Still pretty hot. And yeah, you know, that's all right. Got it kind of warmer than that thing, although I got this set to pretty high here. I just kind of want to see. Over 154 degrees coming out of there, and 100 and almost 200 degrees Fahrenheit there. And that is about 83 Celsius. It's actually warmer there, 110. That's pretty hot, actually. Oh, great, thanks. That's great. And this thing is running at about 100 and... It's all over the place, but 180 Celsius. Or 333 Fahrenheit. So it's pumping out some pretty good heat there. Let's check this exhaust temperature though, which is hot. You can see on the thing here, it's pretty darn warm. About 230, roughly. And that's hard to get a good reading. We probably should go from underneath here. Celsius. And 340 Fahrenheit, so she's definitely not efficient in removing the heat from that exhaust, but you could run a pipe and then out or something, you know, like I could put the thing here maybe, kind of put a little stand or something here for it to sit on so it's clear everything, and run the hose maybe up and then out, but you'd have to shield the whole thing. That's the trouble. You'd have to put that hose inside of something else, like another pipe and then out. I mean, it's definitely doable, but that's putting out pretty good heat. It's pretty impressive. I can't believe it. With all this exhaust in here, it hasn't spiked that thing up. Not yet. And it's kept it pretty warm in here. It's zoom in here for you. What's that? 72 or 20, 24-ish, yeah. 22 degrees Celsius, so it's pretty warm. Yeah, let's see if she'll cycle down on herself here too. We're going to set this to 20 degrees. So it's already sensing that it's got up there. I guess it'll shut her maybe right down. Will it shut it right down maybe? I don't know. Let's see what happens here. Definitely got it warm enough, so I'm just going to move you out of the way of the breeze of that thing. Just kind of hoping it might shut the heat off for a second or two, but not sure whether it will or not. some pretty good air. It's still pretty hot there too. It does kind of waste a lot of heat though. That's just, I'm not crazy on that, but kind of figure I'd go through like a cooling phase. Just turn it down more there. Turn on to 5 and 2. Now, if your battery should last for quite a while on that, but you probably want to have that on like a trickle charge. Kind of thought that might have done a cool down before it's still pumping fuel there. Still pretty good heat coming out the back too. Interesting. Turn the temperature way down, 9 degrees. And I'm going to turn the speed of it up. It's interesting, sounds like it's pumping more fuel. Not really sure where the temperature sensor is on it, if it even really actually has one. Still pumping out like full heat there. Yeah, it's pretty hot. Interesting. 8 degrees is as low as it goes. I guess you just shut it off when you're done with it. I'd kind of like to see a bit of a cool down. You know, it just blows cold air through. That's still pumping out some really hot temperatures there. I think that just basically shuts the fuel pump down, slows it down. Still like 220 degrees there. Just slows down the speed of it. That's where your efficiency would be right there, I guess. Now what happens, I don't think that's cooled off at all. What happens if we turn that speed right down? Get her up to temperature and just maintain there, I think it would be probably pretty good, but it's really got to have a cool down period, I would think. I don't feel right just shutting it off with it all hot in there. That doesn't seem right. This is pretty warm here, but that's going to be right on that tank too, right? Let's cool down a little bit there now. We're still 215. I guess it doesn't have a cool down cycle. We shut it off, maybe? Or maybe that's where it's going to do it. No, it's just turning right off. Ooh, I don't like that idea. That should go for a little longer, I think. Suck in some cooled air and blow it over that. Still a little bit of air going there. It's not right off yet, so maybe it does have a small cool down, but I'd like to see a little more air flowing. Well, that's got it pretty good in here. I mean, we were at 15. She got her up to like 24, and you know, I didn't really have it running that long. It's not even, it's just 7:04 now, so it's only about half an hour. Yeah, it's still cool in there. Well, that's kind of cool, I think, actually. Kind of neat. Still Pretty warm coming out there. Let's temp it here. And I'll tell you what they are. So right now we're still 205. Still pretty warm. At the back here we're pretty warm yet too. We're 79. Still can't quite touch the tube yet. Still pretty hot. But it is definitely still running. Like, got a cool down cycle, so that's good. Good to know. I can't believe it's been running in here for like half an hour and it's got nothing on the carbon monoxide thing, so that's good. It's a little smoky in here though. You can see it's a little bit kind of hazy, a little bit. I'd like to try this, get it mounted here maybe, and somewhere on maybe some kind of stand or something that's kind of substantial. Maybe even just like a little shelf bracket thing or something off the wall here. And then just pipe that stuff out the door or out the wall. Drill a hole and probably put a pipe through and run it through this other pipe through that pipe so it doesn't heat up. But geez, that's not too bad, you know. We're down to about 160 Fahrenheit now, which is still 65. So water boils at 100. So you get an idea. 66, it's not bad. Still don't know how you'd run this in like your car. You have to leave this outside and then run the pipe in the window or something. You definitely heat up a car fast. 160, we'll let her go until it shuts off. Nice. I think that'd be a good little addition. Run the heat from there and maybe just keep it on low in here just to keep the, you know, temperature up a little bit so when I do come in it's not freezing cold like outside. See how I guess it...
Thanks for using. I wish you a safe journey.
Wish you a nice journey. Thanks for using. So that cooled that and it's still 149. The pipe's still pretty warm back here. It's like 67, 68. But it's almost touchable now. So there you go. And that's your cheap Chinese diesel heater from Max Peeing Rods. Peeing Rods, but sounds better with peeing rods. Max Peeing Rods. Oh my gosh, where do they come up with the names? But yeah, I'll have to do a bit of work there, maybe get this thing mounted in here somewhere, figure out somewhere for it to go, and I think that'd be pretty good. I could probably put something on the wall maybe, and just even like metal brackets coming out, and it could probably just sit on there, and then, well, maybe turn the thing and come right out the wall kind of thing. So pretend like this is like your wall here. You just put two metal brackets out for this to sit on, and maybe screw them right down, and then we'll run the pipe out here through the wall kind of thing. Kind of too bad that it's not very efficient with the heat. It does blow a lot of heat out the back. It's probably just like a flame right in there, and it just heats up that metal thing and then just right out. It doesn't do any like, you know, like this through the fins or nothing. But anyways, there we go. Thanks again for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. I'd probably recommend one of these. The longevity though, I have no idea. We'll have to get it mounted and try it and kind of see how it works and go from there. But thanks again for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. Catch you all later. And you guys have a good day. Got to get out of the smoky area. Whew.